Now that you're entering the last couple of years of medical school, it's time to start preparing for your transition to internship. It won't be long now, for many of you less than 12 months, for some of you a little bit over 12 months, that you'll be applying for an intern position. Now the requirements for intern positions vary a little bit depending on where you apply in Australia and New Zealand. One thing that many people will need to consider is having referees for their application. References are required in most states and territories of Australia. They're not required in New South Wales if you're going through the general application system, but if you are applying for the rural preferential system, they are also required. So for many of you, you will need referees to put on your application. So the first thing is you should be thinking about where you might be applying for with your internship and checking out all the requirements that there are, including what sort of documents you may need to submit, and as I say, the referee requirements. It's time to get ready for some of those documents, by the way, particularly things that might be around establishing the fact that you have studied in English in high school. So requirements for referees will vary, but in general you'll need to submit the names of at least 2 people who can vouch for the fact that you've been a medical student. It's generally wise also to have a 3rd referee just in case. In most cases, your referees can be supervisors that you've worked with, a faculty member, or even something like a year manager. It's best to have at least 1 medical professional as a referee. In a few cases, the requirements are for all of your referees to be medical professionals, particularly in certain other countries. So again, you need to check out the actual requirements. So here's my suggestion to you about how to go about collecting referees. After you've completed a placement, you should consider approaching your supervisor to ask if they would be happy to act as a referee for you. Explain to them carefully that you don't need them to do anything at this point. It may even be that they just need to be listed as a name on your application. Just take down their contact details, including their title, their name, their position, their email and phone number, preferably a mobile if they are happy to give this. Tell them that you may need to contact them in a few months' time to act as a referee. In my experience, in most cases, referees for internship are not contacted. They are generally listed if there is a need to ascertain additional clarification. You may also wonder whether having certain referees on your CV makes a difference to your application. In my experience, particularly for the internship applications, it is of little consequence whether you have, say, a well-known person on your CV or not. Maybe it makes a bigger difference down the track in certain other training applications. Again, I'm a little bit ambivalent about that really, but certainly I don't think it's a major factor for internship applications. At this stage, you should also be thinking about putting together your CV or resume, as well as any other documents that might be required for your application. As I said, for example, one of the key things that some people will struggle with is evidence of high school completion or their English proficiency through one of the test certificates. So that's about how to approach the process of collecting referees for your internship application and CV or resume.